Hello, Kelsey here. I'm excited to bring a new video to you this week, helping you to potentially recover from the damage, so to speak, that was done over the 4th of July weekend with food. So if you hopped on the scale this morning and you thought, oh my gosh, what have I done? Let's talk through that. Let's talk about next steps and what to do next. So on a side note, I was hopping through my YouTube channel and I saw a whole lot of videos of myself with headbands or hats on. So if you are a mom of young kids, you can relate to, maybe not doing your hair like ever if you're home. So anyway, as a side note, I thought that was funny. All right, so if you got on the scale after the 4th of July and you're maybe regretting your decisions as far as food goes, let's talk about getting you back on track. So number one, for the next week, I would establish really clear boundaries for yourself. So for me, what I like to focus on is making sure that I am avoiding extra sugar, alcohol, any extra, empty food. I'm just sticking to real food. You hear me talk about this all the time. If I have a few days where I get off track, then I'm just going to really hone in on those real foods to essentially detox my body over the next week. So you want to have that mindset, have a very clear yes and a very clear no to take out the guesswork. Secondly, let's talk movement. So you can kind of make up for some of those calories with extra movement. So have a mindset of, okay, first of all, I'm going to aim for extra steps. So maybe if you're normally getting 8,000 steps, bump it up, aim for 10 to 12,000 steps over the next, week. And, if you figure every 1,000 steps is maybe 40 to 50 calories, sorry guys, then you can really burn a lot of extra calories over the next week to help you to at least bridge the gap of the extra calories that you've consumed. Next, I would definitely write down your workouts. So just commit to showing up over the next week to have consistent workouts to help you to get back on track. So think about the workouts that are going to give you a bigger calorie burn. So for me, if I go run 3 miles, so spend half an hour running, I'm going to burn a lot more calories than if I did a yoga and Pilates video, right? So really consider the type of exercise, what's going to give you a big burn. So this next part is probably the most important. So, okay, so we've discussed, how are we going to kind of make up for what we have done and kind of move forward in a way that is helpful. But now we want to really shift our mindset for the future. So we want to recognize that we can enjoy these situations. We can go into a 4th of July picnic with friends, family, and really enjoy the people, but not have to overindulge to enjoy the situation. That ultimately, eating more than we truly desire is not going to make us any happier, and it's hindering our health goals. So having a mindset for the future that we want to go in feeling prepared, we want to go in knowing what we're going to be eating to some extent and having a plan, and that's absolutely key to staying on track with your weight loss journey. And then I think recognizing, if you're in a place where you're like, oh shoot, I screwed up and now my the weight on the scale is high, recognize the cost, how do I feel now that I've done that? And recognize that I have to spend this time now to try to make up for that, and consider that the next time you have some sort of social event. Is it worth it to get really off track when instead I can just say no to a few things, enjoy the people, enjoy the situations, enjoy those non-edible wins or those non-edible moments instead of overindulging to get to your weight loss goal. So I hope this is helpful. I want to encourage you that if you got off track this past weekend, it doesn't mean you should spiral into gaining a bunch of weight after that either. That we want this to be a lapse and not a relapse. That's one of the things that we teach in Fit Moms Academy. And if you feel like this is something that's hindering you, that every time a social event comes up and you know that you end up either stressed about going because you don't want to have to figure out what to eat, or you get stressed afterward if you feel guilty about what you've eaten, then you probably need some coaching with your mindset around food and how you see it. Hold on, little guy. So if that is you, then we should talk. I offer weight loss breakthrough sessions, and I would love to get to know your story, see if you're a good fit for our Fit Moms Academy community, and we can get you rolling in a community of women that are really striving to lose weight so that they can live out their kingdom purpose, really be the women that they were created to be without that burden of excess weight, without the guilt associated with self-sabotage. So if that's you and you're watching, click the link below and I'll put my calendar. We can set up a time to chat. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe so that you can see these videos every single week. Send me a message and I'd love to chat more about where you're feeling stuck, and we can get you rolling into a body that you're truly proud of, a body that you're confident in. So again, you can feel fierce, confident to go live out the life that God has designed for you. Thanks for listening today.